Oh, hi, hi. Well, the cat's about to be out of the bag. Actually, the cat's about to be out of the door. Let's let you out, Tig. Go on. Go on, Tiggy. There you go. Go on. Yeah, see you later. Because I've been working on my Dark Angels, everybody. If I don't put shadows over them. Whoa. You can see works in progress currently. So I'll pick one up. I've decided on urban settings for these guys, so I just wanted to show you some of the things I've been up to in putting them together. Thank you, camera. Sort yourself out. So just like, see that blue thing there, that's just an old bit of plastic kid's paintbrush, and I've just lopped a bit off because I thought, oh, that's got a nice kind of industrial pipe curve to it. And on the base there next to it is a bit of Imperial Guard helmet, just when you get just the helmets on their own. So I lopped a bit of that off and stuck that onto the base, so I thought, oh, that's going to be a bit like it being dug into the ground, and so on. Some more work still needs to be done on these guys as well. So they need squad numbers in, and they need all the reds highlighting fully up. The greens have had a bit of an old go though, haven't they? The purity seals need highlighting up. They've just got their base colour on still. That's been painted on, of course, on the shoulder. This is from the Dark Vengeance box. So that's one example, and then that is going to be obviously PVA glued. Yes, I'm old school with mine. It was so big you could hardly get through the thing, could you? And then I've got this nice in this tub here. Nicely sized tub is what I use. Sponsor. A combination of sand and grit. Kind of 60-40 mix. Maybe a bit more now, actually. Maybe it's more 70-30. But you get the sand coming out. There's like the under section, and then we've got the Warhammer 40k basing kit. So we've got the etched brass section here. There's some nice details on this, isn't it? I especially love the fence, actually. It's quite expensive stuff, but I thought, you know, I really do quite like this. And you've got the obviously the specific base is great for urban, you see. These are resin. And the cat's out of the bag, actually, on what my plastic glue is. Hey, hey, hey. They've been doing nozzles before GW did. Thank you very much. Yep. So that's all good. And a whole load of appropriate pieces for urban city settings. Skulls and Space Marine helmet bits, and oddly enough. Now, the reason I was picking on Imperial Guard a little bit is, oh, and of course we've got like a grit made up of slate pieces, larger pieces and finer pieces there. Imperial Guard so much is because they're normally the ones that contact the enemy first, aren't they? They're kind of like first contact with the enemy, and as such they normally end up getting quite killed. So remnants of them I always think is quite fun, and then that way obviously Space Marines then come in and relieve them or work with them and what have you. So just a bit from a Imperial Guards box there. Just a few bits, like this bit used here, which is looks a bit like a bean can, I know, but bear with. It's actually got a little hip flask on the side of it, and it's part of the decoration you put on. And I thought, oh, that's nice, the way it would just curve over the edge, off the base, you know, really come out off the base. So here's obviously the heavy plasma guy for Squad 4 of 5th Company, Balthazar's company. And yeah, you can actually see I've stuck the head. This is crazy. I don't know what I'm planning to do with this. If this is going to be a good idea or not. The head of the children's paintbrush on, and sliced some of it away already. What I intend to do with that, I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking along the lines of plucking it down some more, the hairs, yeah, cutting a load more out so it's more sparse, and having them stick right up out of that, it looks like a giant cable or something coming out of the ground, and having them stick up like a big, like wires or something, electrical wires. So yeah, just really a case of just sticking whatever creatively. I mean, even the grenades parts can be creatively used in that respect. Here's Sergeant Raphael. Hello, Sarge. How you doing? And I have done a little bit of highlighting work with his reds, though the camera's really stuck straight. So, I particularly liked the sandbags with the knife in. I thought that was a good piece. I was also very taken by this flamer here, right? So what I did was I lopped a load of it off. It comes with an arm and a load of other stuff. There's a bit of it. A bit of the tubing that goes on the flamer I've actually used on one of the other models, just to round the back of it a bit. So that's where I've used the feed line there of the flamer on the back of that one. If we turn it to the front, it's our Imperial Guard friend one. So, and obviously that's then going to be dipped into this and a combination of this. So PVA glue will go on, a few of this will go on first, and then it will get dipped in this and round and then tapped off, and then probably PVA glued down with a light solution before being painted its base colour, and the process all to start, just to make sure it all sticks in place, so that everything I'm sticking in is going to sort of be buried into the ground, you know. And I've started doing that with a couple of these guys, and these are still just made with my own bits at the moment, but you can see here a sort of, I'd love the camera to be able to focus. That would be a nice thing. Camera, focus! Concentrate. You can see the beginnings of something going on here. Oh right, yeah, there's a bit of plastic there off of darts. A dart set, and you can see I've managed to get in next to it a bit of that gravel. So that's got to go on first, or otherwise everything's going to just bury it. So yeah, that thing there, that bit of plastic there, which I was really taken with, is from this. These nylon dart shafts, replacement shafts you can get by multiples in a bag. This is the bit that your flight basically sticks into the end of. So it's got that four-way split bit on the end. The other bit has got that kind of screw element. So anyway, back to the flamer. I went at it a bit. And again, the theme of everything being buried, I cut most of the flamer off. Alright, I've left the front part intact, but then when we spin it round, you can see I've been lopping at it. Right, but I've been lopping very, very specifically so that it creates a flat section that cuts into it and upwards like that. So when you stick just that bit down flat, like that, you see it's the flat surface at the back there, it pops the whole gun up off the ground. So I can basically bury it into the ground by just gluing it at the back bit here and gluing it down like that, and then I've got a nice buried flamer sticking up out of the ground as well, just by the force of all the heavy rocks and rubble and everything else on top of it, to, you know, whatever degree it ends up at. It wouldn't be too extreme, it'd probably be about that much. It's always the other skill is always trying to find the right model for it, and I'm always paranoid that I haven't done that. But yeah, you can do all sorts of things. Just another couple of little groovy ideas, right? Turning into Austin Powers here. We've got this guy here, right? And all I've done is literally take a So was our las rifle, right, from the Imperial Guard, and just stick it down there. A fallen gun, basically, you know. Hey, hey, fallen guns, ahoy! Because, you know, why not, right? Yep. And this one I just need to share with you because it makes me smile. You can see a bit of shoulder there from the back, and then when I turn him round, you can see a bit of piping there, a bit of pipe, and an arm, a dead Imperial Guardsman's arm, reaching for help that didn't arrive fast enough. So I'm going to basically bury that shoulder in PVA glue and just ground detritus, essentially. That's just going to be submerged, so you will not see the source of it, probably. It'll be like half shoulder and then just half rubble. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment, and I'm sort of thinking of playing with that and playing with some of this Astro Granite texture, which is essentially just grey paint and sand with a kind of a bit of a graveliness, but mostly sand just together. You could kind of easily just make this yourself with an appropriate grey and just mix your sand in, but I've used this before anyway. I've shown you it before, but I thought, do you know what, I need to work quickly, so I'll just pick up a tub of it anyway, just in case I need to fill something in and I haven't got the time to build a thing up. Well, I just thought I'd share the start of the project with you now, and I'll see you as we're going further on this. Rob out.